have with me Coach Leilani. I'm so excited to have her. Wait till you meet her. You are going to love her. She is one of our coaches for our Money Flow Mastermind that will be held on the 20th of February at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time online on Zoom. And we're so pumped for this. We're so pumped. We're so ready. We're so excited to give you this information that will literally change your life. So I'd like to take a second to thank HAPS for having us here, for giving us this opportunity to broadcast all over and invite people. It's just the greatest collaboration of broadcasters everywhere. So if you're into broadcasting like me, or just even a little bit like me, you should sign up to be a part of HAPS. So any second now, we're going to have Coach Leilani come on with us, and maybe even Coach Manoj. We're going to see. So one of the things that I am going to help you clear today is one of the money programs. So what we do is we pick one or two or three or maybe even four money programs that we clear for you so we can clear the way to your money path. So today's clearing is you're not good with money, or I'm not good with money, and I don't even know what I want. So I'm not good with money and I don't even know what I want. Those are the two things that I'm going to clear. And then Coach Leilani will be coming on to clear hers. And if we have Coach Manoj too, oh my gosh, I won't know what to do. We're going to have such a great clearing today. So what we're going to do, if you haven't heard before, as an SRT coach, one of the things that I do is I clear negative subconscious beliefs that block your way to your goals. So how do we access that? It's by breath work. So one of the things that we do is we're going to ask you to hold your breath, and then we're going to say some words, and you are going to silently repeat it in your mind, and then you're going to let it go by blowing out. So that is it. It's very simple. It's super effective, and we have found the most amazing results. I can't wait to let you meet Coach Leilani. She has 9 kids. You guys all thought I was crazy having 7. She has 9. So it's incredible. You're going to love every second of her being here. Her energy is amazing, and it's just, you're going to just love it. You're just going to love her. So we're going to ask you to take a deep breath in and hold. And what does that do? Taking a deep breath in and holding is actually turning on your subconscious mind so that it's going to be paying attention. It's going to be looking. It's going to be saying, why is she holding her breath? Or why is he holding her breath? Or why are they holding their breath? And they're going to come to the forefront. And we're going to redirect kindly them to just get on. I don't know. She's asking me what she should do. Get on. Let's see. Get on your profile, maybe. I've never done that before. I've never been invited. And look for an invite. I don't know. We're trying to get her on. I promise. All right. So anyway, so what you're going to do, what some of the times I like to say, what is the subconscious mind like? The subconscious mind is like a bus driver that is driving your bus in a left-hand turn circle over and over again in a circle that goes around and around. The scenery changes, but it's always in a circle to the left. What we're going to do is we're going to tap the bus driver on the shoulder and say, excuse me, we're going to go right now, okay? And then the magic starts to happen. Then things start changing. Then you see the shift. And that is the amazing thing about this energy clearing session. And when you start clearing, to clear the path to money. So we're not just going to show you how to clear on our Money Flow Mastermind. We're going to talk to you about what language you're speaking of what's your money language? What tone are you speaking? What dialect are you speaking? We're going to talk about what kind of container do you come to the river of life with? Do you come with a cup? Or do you come with a bucket? Or do you come with a bathtub? What do you come with to the river of life to gather your things? Or when God rains down things on you, do you hold your hand like this? And then wonder why everything is falling away from you and you don't have anything? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your money meter. We're going to talk about your money tree. We're going to talk about Gosh, let's see, money in the Bible. We're going to talk about the role that your creativity and your root chakra and your sacral chakra have to do with money. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be gathering some of the best coaches that we have in the business that are going to help us to learn how to manifest. I'm excited about it too, because I know that my manifestations are getting bigger and bigger. So I'm so excited to have these amazing coaches with me. I'm so excited. So I guess we should start clearing. I don't know exactly how to get Coach Leilani on here. I invited her. Not exactly sure what else I need to do. I don't know. Coach Minoj got on here pretty easily, but okay. Well, let's start clearing, and if she comes, then we'll take a pause. All right, so the first thing I'm going to pause, I'm going to pause, I'm going to clear with you guys is I'm not good with money. So sometimes we say that to ourselves. One of the things I cleared before is, oh, here she comes. Yay! Coach Leilani! How are you?
Good. I can't see. Oh, there you are.
I'm here. Yay! So I got fuzzy. Hopefully, mine won't be so pixelated. Okay, so what we do is we pick two. So anyway, I introduced you already. I talked all about you.
Oh,
I told them, I told them how awesome you are. I told them all the good things. So why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit, baby bit about you, and then we're going to pick a couple things to clear. So my two things to clear are, I'm not good with money, and then the other one is I don't even know what I want. So those are going to be my two to clear.
nice. Nice.
So, so introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, just a little, and then we're going to clear.
Yeah. So a little bit about me. My name's Leilani Higham, and I've been doing energy work for the last 20 some odd years. Manifesting mastery is definitely something that I enjoy and have been very effective at. In 2013, I decided to take my family on this amazing mystical trip across the country. And we manifested everything along the way. And so now we're specifically turning it and gearing it towards money to make it flow, flow, flow. And that's literally what me in a nutshell, I guess.
I love it. That's so exciting. I'm so excited. All right. So, what do you think you're going to clear? You can pick one or two things, and we'll just do them right now.
Okay. So it feels like the biggest thing to clear is where do I find it, and how do I get it? Right. Um, those feel like the two things that people unwittingly run through their brains, where they're like, panic.
Okay, you can start, and then I'll follow you. So what Coach Minoj and I do sometimes is you clear, and then I'll show them how to breathe.
Okay.
All right.
Then, sorry, am I in photo?
You
Like,
are. You're
like all these,
perfect.
okay, great.
No, you're perfect.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you.
I
Thank you.
love you more.
I will receive that. um, so yeah, let's just start with where do I get it?
Okay.
Um, and how do I get it? So we're going to have you take a breath. And with this breath, you're going to hold the breath, and I'll say the statement, and then we're going to clear. And of course, everybody's going to be clearing at the same time. So do you just use the blanket clearing, Alicia, or do you want
I
me to just?
do. I say I release all positive and negative blocks and emotions with, and I say it. And then if it doesn't clear, because I do test it, and what I do is I ask for God to give me the intention of. I ask with the intention of letting me know right now who needs to be cleared and the future, anyone who watches this video. So, and then I do the emotions list based on what's left over. So if I do two and one of them clears and the other one doesn't, then I continue clearing on the one.
Okay, perfect. And I like that. So where do I get it is definitely tripping. And so I will use the same intention that whoever is here on the call, as well as in the future, we're going to be very specific and intentional about doing a generalized clearing. So I want you to take a breath in, and I want you to hold it and repeat inside of your mind. I release all positive and negative emotional blocks with where do I get it? And then you're going to exhale. Very nice. Perfect. And then I'll check, and it feels solid. Is there anybody in this call or in calls that will need to release any other emotion around this? And the answer is yes. So let's see, aggression, anger, annoyance, apathy. So I'm going to have to take a breath. I release all apathy with where do I get it? Good. Doubt, dread, embarrassment, envy, evil, fear, frustration, grief, guilt, hate, hopelessness. Hopelessness is another one. So we're going to clear that emotion. Go ahead and take a breath. I release all hopelessness with where do I get it? Very good. Okay, good. Hopelessness, hurt, irritation, jealousy. Rigidness. Okay, the next one is rigidness. Go ahead and take a breath. I release all rigidness with where do I get it? Go ahead and exhale. And for those of you who aren't quite sure what we're doing, just be sure to hold the breath, say the statement in your mind while holding the breath, and then let the breath go.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Rigidness. Okay. Stubbornness will be another one. Take a breath. I release all stubbornness with where do I get it? Good. Okay. Now we're going to move through some positive emotions that are being blocked because of this belief pattern that it's difficult to get money, basically. So we're going to go through appreciation, belief, calm, certainty, compassion, feeling. Take a breath. I release all my blocks with feeling with where do I get it? Very good. Take a breath. I release all my blocks with trust with where do I get it? Good. And now I'm just going to ask, is there any more around this that need to be cleared? And the answer is no. We're good. So it's just telling me that we're good. So good job. Yay. And I think I think I want to elaborate a little bit, Alicia, on just how powerful this is. For those of you where you can see that I'm kind of, you can tell that I'm talking. I'm like, blah, 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 because I'm running through the,
he's running through this.
I'm running through the list of emotions in my mind, right? Yeah. Because I've memorized them.
Yeah.
But Alicia and I are actually partners in another group that where we work with this technique specifically, and we teach other people how to do it for free. So if that is something of interest to you, it is available to you. And the list does come with the training.
Yes.
So just because it's all about you growing, it's all about you expanding. So yay for you. So
excellent. So I'm going to do I'm not good with money. So that's one that came up for me. So I'm going to do that. And then if you want to breathe along with us, you can. And or if you don't, that's fine. Either one. I was going to open my emotions list because I have not memorized it as well as you have yet, but I will. All right. So take a deep breath in and hold. I release all positive and negative blocks and emotions with I'm not good with money. Breathe out. So I'm not good with money. Still testing week. So let's go through the list. So take a deep breath in and hold. I release all anxiety, confusion, disappointment, fear, frustration, and hopelessness with I'm not good with money. Breathe out. Good job. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release all judgment, overwhelm, resistance, rigidness, and shame with I'm not good with money. Breathe out. So let's go through the positive emotions now. We'll take a deep breath in and hold. I release all blocks with enjoyment, fulfillment, gratitude, honesty, support, and love with I'm not good with money. Breathe out. We need to do one more, trust. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release all blocks with trust with I'm not good with money. Breathe out. Good. That's good. Everything's good with that. And we have to think of positive fill-ups too. So we'll do that. Well, you can think of that.
Yeah. Great. I'm just following your lead. I love that you opened this up as an opportunity to share this. This is great.
Just a little baby bit because we don't want to give them too much.
No, and we do want to assist, right? And it's huge. It's huge. And to realize that you can get this much done in this small amount of time, right? Even just removing some of these blocks. Imagine if you actually get involved and allow yourself to be, have some guidance around it.
Exactly. Exactly. So the next one is I don't know what I want. So that's what a lot of people will say. I don't know what I want. Right? They'll say that they're frustrated. They don't know what they want. So we'll do that one. So take a deep breath in and hold. I release all positive and negative blocks and emotions with I don't know what I want. Breathe out. Yeah, it's still testing week for me. And of course, I have to open up my list here. Hold on. My phone likes to turn things off. I didn't tell you you can turn things off. Okay, take a deep breath in and hold. I release all annoyance, boredom, cynicism, disbelief, fear, and frustration with I don't know what I want. Breathe out. Good job. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release all hate, hopelessness, irritation, judgment, pressure, and stress with I don't know what I want. Breathe out. Good job. Take a deep breath in and hold. I release all resentment, resistance, and worry with I don't know what I want. Breathe out. And then we're going to do some positives. So take a deep breath in and hold. I release all blocks with faith, calm, creativity, gratitude, love, safety, and support with I don't know what I want. Breathe out. That's pretty good. Awesome. That's fabulous. Those are the two. So we're going to do now that we've made a hole, we need to fill it. So we're going to do a positive fill up to put that fertile soil in there so we can grow good things from it, right?
Yes. Yes, totally. Well, and I just want to elaborate on that if I can for just a minute, because earlier I was on a call with a client and she says, I've been doing this work forever and ever and ever. Like she's new to me and she's been doing this clearing work and trying to self-help herself for years. And she said, but I don't feel like I'm making any headway. And I said, where are you going? What's your direction? She goes, I don't know. I haven't figured that out. And I said, so basically, just to clarify, you're like a teenager who has the keys to the car, but doesn't actually have anywhere to go. So they just drive in circles and then come back home.
Love it.
Yeah. And I said, so you got to put something else in there. So just like you're saying, Alicia, it's critical now that you've cleared the stuff out, you have to have somewhere that you're going to fill it back up, or you just drive in circles.
Or you have a car with keys and no gas.
That too. Right? Yeah. You got to put good stuff in there.
Yep. So. It's okay. So let's do it.
Okay. Are you wanting me to do it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I'll let you. I think you'll be great.
We can both do it. We can both do it. Yeah, you start and then I'll follow you.
Well, I just, to go along with what you had said is, let's see, there was, where do I get it? What was the other two that you had?
I had, I'm not good with money and I don't know what I want.
Okay. So I think we should give them, I know exactly what I want.
Love that.
And I trust myself with money.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Though those feel like, and it comes to me easily and quickly.
Love it. Yeah. Okay. So what was the first one?
I'll let you do the process. The first one was, I trust myself with money.
Okay, so let's do that one. So it's okay. So take a deep breath in and hold. I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful that I trust myself with money. Breathe out. I already heard that it wasn't going to be cleared before I even cleared it. It's still weak.
Well, and it's a funny thing because it's I don't trust myself with money is one that actually is running that has to be cleared. So right. We should probably just do that one and clear it so that we can put that one in.
Okay,
do you want me to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. So everybody take a breath in. I release all positive and negative emotional blocks with I don't trust myself with money.
Breathe out.
There you go. Okay. Let's see. Now let me check and see if there's any other emotions that are kind of just trickling. Take a breath. I release all confusion with I don't trust myself with money. Take a breath. I release all doubt with I don't trust myself with money. Take a breath. I release all grief with I don't trust myself with money. Take a breath. I release all irritation with I don't trust myself with money. Take a breath. I release all rage with I don't trust myself with money. Ugh, that's going to be a big one for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I release all rigidness with I don't trust myself with money. Take a breath. I release all sorrow with I don't trust myself with money. Take a breath. I release all worry with I don't trust myself with money. Take a breath. I release all my blocks with feeling with I don't trust myself with money. Good. Take a breath. I release all my blocks with trust with I don't trust myself with money. Good job. Big
Yeah,
breath in.
that was the last one. That's the last one.
Yeah.
I saw parents yelling at their kids during that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then even, one that we're going to have to clear on another call is like, I can't trust myself because right, then they start thinking that, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
The
and that's
dread.
the thing is that I mean, this is a rabbit hole that we can just keep going down and down and down and down and down and be here for hours if the time was right. But that's not for here. But there's so many different ways. There's so many different avenues and so many different things that are amazing when you do this clearing. It's incredible.
Well, and I think even it's important to point out that, part of the way that you get from A to B more quickly is having a guide, somebody to take you through it. I mean, here we're just kind of doing a very generalized kind of a masses, trying to cover all the bases.
Mhm.
It gives something to everybody. But in reality, when you choose to work with somebody independently, then you're going to get more specialized attention and more customized feeling approach to really get in there and really move you forward, opposed to just getting things lobbed at you and hoping that it sticks and that's the thing.
Exactly. That's so exactly true. All right.
Yeah.
So what's our next Philip, Leilani?
Okay, so we're gonna have to go back and do that I trust myself with money, so let's
Oh
go
yeah.
ahead. Yep, take the breath. Right, go ahead and do that one, or do you want me to do that?
Oh, I was holding the breath. Go ahead.
Go ahead and take the breath. It's perfect. Okay, breath in. I am so happy, grateful, thankful. I trust myself with money. There.
There
Much
we go. Yay.
difference.
Woo.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one, right? Because
It's a huge
sometimes
one.
you got to pull it out before you put the new thing back in. It's like batteries. Sometimes this battery's dead. Put a new one in.
Yeah. I used to always say, in my Mary Kay days, you got to pull out the old pickup truck if you want to put the Cadillac in.
That exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
perfect.
Let's see. So what else did we say? I that was the one is I don't know what I want. I know exactly what I want. So that's the one we're going to do next.
Okay.
Okay, so take a deep breath in and hold. I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful that I know exactly what I want. Breathe out. Yeah, that one's good.
That is good.
Yeah. Okay. So what was one of yours then?
Now I'm trying to remember because they just kind of free flow.
I know, me too.
Darn it!
The
Should have
same
written down
thing.
every line thing.
I should have right. That's why I write them down sometimes, or I have them on like another like a word document that I can look at. You
And I
said
typically do. I go ahead.
I'm just thinking. I wish we had somebody to comment. What did we do?
You know what? Perfect, because maybe there's one that's better. So in truth, it's like, what would be more beneficial if that didn't work, if the one that we thought is slipping out, um, it's safe for me to have what I want. A lot of
Mm,
people don't feel like it's safe for them,
that's true.
right? Because maybe somebody else is going to try to take it. Like there's a myriad of things, so we got to kind of put the good stuff in there. That no, it's safe. It's okay. There's plenty to go around. In
Yep.
fact, that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and take a breath. I'm so happy, grateful, thankful. It's safe for me to have what I want because there's plenty to go around.
I love
Uh,
that. Good.
yeah.
It's Sesame
Right.
week though. I'm getting slip. Are you?
I'm not getting a slip. Let's see. Let me tune in a little more. Yeah, there is a little bit of slip out there when I step further out. So it's just it's the energy of lack, right? because I said it's safe, because there's plenty to go around, and people are like, no, there's not. No, there's not.
Exactly.
Right? This is the idea that there's this limited amount, but in reality, it's kind of, it's so abundant. It kind of reminds me, and I'm going to throw this story out there. Years ago, when I was on my trip traveling across the country, I had a client call me up, and she was just panicking about, like, I don't know how we're going to take care of these things. I don't know how we're going to, anyway, she just rattled off, and I was like, girl, just rein it in, just whew, like bring it down. And I said, when an apple tree produces apples, how many apples does it produce?
A whole bunch.
That's what she says. I said, can you eat them all?
Not at the one time.
Right? Can you eat them? Can you even eat all of them before some of them fall and rot and go off to feed the birds and the bugs and everything else?
No.
No. So an apple tree is like a small snippet of just how abundant life really is. There's just so much that you literally will have people like putting it on the street corner, like, come and take some of these apples because we're never going to get through them. Right?
Exactly.
Like that's really how abundant God is.
Mm.
And the more that she internalized this and really kind of understood that there always is enough for everybody, right? There really is. Then she called me the next, actually, it was just way later that week. She goes, oh my gosh. She's like, I had this letter. I thought it was just a bill. I was going to toss it. Something said, open it up. And she was like, it was a check. And I was like, see, there's always enough.
Always.
But it's all up in here. You gotta change this mindset around it. And this is where sometimes you do need guidance, where for someone just to kind of help you, calm you down, bring you off the ledge and help you move forward and see it from a better perspective or through new lens, so that you can adjust your perspective and take things in on a grander scale rather than, a skewed scale, because maybe you grew up with 9 or 7 siblings and you were like, are you sure there's going to be enough? I'm kidding, because Alicia and I have a lot of children.
I was telling everybody, I said, you think I'm crazy having 7? She's got 9.
I do. And it's funny because there isn't a sense of lack in my home, and there's always enough.
But you've trained them to be that way. They weren't just born that way, but actually they were born that way. You just allowed them to keep going on that abundance that the baby has, because every time a baby cries, there's usually 99% of the time someone there to pick them up, someone there to take care of them. You were born rich, right?
Exactly. And so I kind of just kept that faculty open rather than closing it down, because I had shifted my own mindset, because that wasn't the case. That's not what I knew that God was always abundant, but I definitely grew up in an experience that showed scarcity, and I had to choose. And then when I really began to understand as an adult how it functions, then I was certain I didn't want that for my kids, and so I had to be very vigilant in the way I spoke and how I even encouraged them to speak or not speak.
Yeah, no, it's true, because the other day, Vincent said to me, if you become a millionaire, and then he paused and he goes, when you become a millionaire. I said, there you go. I know. I was like, yay.
I mean, you can't control all of it. And I'll be honest, you can't, because like my son was in here the other day and he's done some stock investment and stuff. And I mean, everybody knows how the stocks are going right now, but
yeah.
So he had done some stock investment and he was like way up, and then it started to drop and he started panicking. And so he started selling, and then he's like going through all this freak out. And I was like, what is going on? And to be quite frank, we kind of did a little bit of discovery through energy, because it's what I do, that's what I do. And because I had put his car seat in the back seat of the van, and that was his seat, he always thought he had to take a back seat.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that wasn't even that was like just something that you did because it was safer back there.
Well, it was also something I did because I had, like 5 kids, and everybody had to have their spot. I had all these car seats, and so that was just his car seat. And it wasn't intentional. It wasn't to make him feel, second rate or anything like that. It just was the setup, because I had the older kids in the back because they could get in and get themselves buckled,
Right.
and the younger kids up closer to me because I needed to be able to, get in the side door.
Right.
But because that's how it translated in his mind. So you can't take full responsibility for what
You can't.
but you do have, but I found for myself to be a little bit more vigilant is helpful, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then even like, then it changes the conversation even within oneself, where, why did I adopt these theories? Oh, my parents must have been so bad. No, maybe you just internalized it differently. Or like my son, who thought he had to take a back seat. We did do a clearing around it, and he's actually had a phenomenal week. He sells life insurance, and it's been like incredible week for him. It's been one of his
Oh,
weeks so far. Yeah. Yeah.
yay.
It's looking like it's, yeah, highly profitable. So,
Yay.
right.
I love that.
And yeah,
Okay, so are we clearing one? Are we going to do one more fill up?
sure.
Okay, let's do one more fill up.
What do you want to give him?
You started saying something. You started saying something, and then I don't remember what it was.
You need a
You had a
rewind.
good one. You had a good one. It was this. I'm going to start writing this down. Next time I'm taking pen and paper.
And usually I have pen and paper, so I do apologize. It's like just out of view, and it's like, oh, if I just get up and get it, and then But
Good.
God, what is it? What is the one that we
I
need to
know. I
say?
was asking him too. I'm like, please tell me what it is. Please tell me what it is.
Yeah, it's just, so what I'm hearing right now is, even everything that I need is always available for me.
I love it. Beautiful. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and take that breath. I am so happy, grateful, thankful that everything I need is always available for me.
I heard, is it really?
In an exciting way, huh?
Yeah. I love it. Did that clear? Now, did that clear all the way for you? Because I heard, is it really?
I'm good, but
You're
it
good?
sounded more like a query, like, could it be that easy?
Exactly.
Right? And like I said, going back to the analogy of the tree, so often we don't see it for what it is, because we don't really have fruit trees around the way we did when we were kids.
Mm,
I mean, when I was a kid, we'd go out to the orchard, and so I understood that you had to get them all off the tree, or they were going to make a huge mess on the floor.
hmm.
And you couldn't even process them all before you were like, I don't want to process any more apples. We're done. Right.
Right.
And you were literally giving them away. And so as a child, I understood that God is all about abundance, always,
That's
always.
beautiful.
So,
That's beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much, Leilani. You're the best. This is so
oh
much
no,
fun. Let's do this again. I
yeah.
would love it. I'm on every night. So whenever you feel like coming on, just give me a text and say, tonight's a good night. Because
Oh, at least,
I'm gonna be on every single night, even if I'm by myself, until the 20th and maybe even beyond. Because I think it's a really awesome thing to clear at least one little thing for everybody, or maybe two. And as we go on, things come to me. Things have been coming to me. Yesterday I got people are strapped for cash. And I
mhm.
was like, really? Somebody told me that. And I was like, oh, let me write that
Yeah.
down.
You're like, really? No, that's a mindset.
Exactly. When Dan said something a couple of days ago, and I said, oh, that's a really good money program. Hold on, let me go write it down.
So I just, if I may, I just want to share this other little story, because
Yeah.
it happened tonight. And my son was like, oh, almost have a sale. So just to give you a perspective, he's at like a $12,000 a week sale, right? Like, he's made about 12 grand this week, right?
Nice.
And he was like, John, anyway, this other guy in his company, he's like, just got to 15. He's like, I didn't want to be beat out by this guy, right?
Mm.
And I said, so where are you upper limiting? Like, where are you blocking yourself? And he's like, Mom, it's not a block. It's not a block. Now, I teach these things. My kids have witnessed these things, but you're still going to bump up against this, right? Right? The naysayers. And it's just inevitable. And it's okay. That's why you keep your stuff kind of sacred and safe, right? And I said, it is a block. And when you realize it's a block, then you'll be able to get beyond the block. So we kind of just had a little bit more discussion around it. And then all of a sudden he was like, I do think I blocked that, didn't I? And And I said, you did. And I said, are you ready to let it go? Like, are you ready to get over the block? Because until you get over this, you're always going to stand behind it.
Wow.
You know? So we did a little bit of work, and he actually had two more things that two more, oh
Fail.
God, what do they call it? He writes them up for the people policies.
Yeah.
Up writing up two more policies, and totally benefit. I mean, it's a win-win. The people they're winning, he's winning, and it's a win-win, and it raises vibrations, and everybody comes out better for it.
Yep.
So it's all clean, but you have to get beyond it, and sometimes you need another pair of eyes to look and say, this is where it's at.
Exactly. Exactly. That's
So don't be afraid to find your coach. Don't be afraid to reach out. Alicia and I, and a group of us, are putting together something amazing. If that's the thing for you, so be it. If it's not, find the thing that is. Get yourself out from behind that block, because you deserve it.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
So if you go to aliciahelps.com, you can see the advertisement that we've got. Get registered. We'll fill everything out for you. We'll give you an invoice. And we're so excited to see you on the 20th of February at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for being here. You're the best.
Love you.
Love you
See
too.
you.
Bye, guys.